We do for you.
Here's your Central Texas area forecast. Scattered thunderstorms likely today, otherwise cloudy skies expected. Daytime highs approaching 78, southeasterly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Chance for scattered thunderstorms tonight, lows level off around 67, overcast skies. Overcast tomorrow, chance for scattered thunderstorms, daytime highs approaching 82.
Thanks to Laura, currently 68 degrees in downtown Comanche under cloudy skies. Now time for Coffee Talk, brought to you by Comanche Chamber of Commerce and Agriculture. Check them out at hashtag Explore Comanche, Texas. As we say good morning to Cynthia Newton from Hope Counseling. And who is this rascal?
You want to tell everybody who you are?
Hi, I'm Dakota, aka Chubby Cheeks.
Now what's AKA stand for?
Also known as... This is one of my kiddos, Dakota Newton. So he's my special guest star this morning.
All right, he came in all pop-tarted up and ready to go.
He did. He did. So we're going to talk this morning about something actually near and dear to my heart, and to many people out there, but not just the meaning of it, but how it affects people that are around you.
Okay.
So we're actually going to talk about Memorial Day.
Oh.
Which is coming up in a week.
Right. Yeah. 1
week from today is Memorial Day. So I've asked Dakota to tell the viewers and the listeners what Memorial Day means to him.
Okay.
For me, it just thinks about putting flags out for all the fallen soldiers.
Because why? Is that something we do on Memorial Day?
Yeah.
Right.
All right, good deal.
So every Memorial Day we go to our family cemetery and put flags out on the graves of the fallen soldiers and the veterans.
Awesome.
And we started that tradition after my brother died as an active duty soldier.
Wow.
And
okay.
so we're a Gold Star family, and that tradition we started right after my brother's loss.
Oh man.
So that was something. It's something that we enjoy, and we get up at 4 o'clock every Monday morning on Memorial Day to be out there at sunrise to put that first flag out.
That's awesome. Cool deal.
And it's a tradition that they've been doing since before they could walk.
All right.
So it's really neat.
I'm thinking that one will stick with them.
I think so. So what is Memorial Day? And I'm getting chills already talking about this. So it's obviously Memorial Day is something that's special and has a special meaning for a lot of people. For some people, it's just a 3-day weekend.
Right.
So it's so much more than a long weekend. Memorial Day on the Memorial Day coming up, people from all over the country will visit national cemeteries, decorate the graves of fallen soldiers, and actively remember our honorable dead. Memorial Day may mean an extra day off for many people, but it also means something much more profound than a long weekend. It is a time to give ourselves over to gratitude and reflection. Almost 2 decades ago, Congress decreed that at 3 p.m. local time on Memorial Day, it would become our official national moment of remembrance when every American is asked to pause for a moment to reflect on the true meaning behind Memorial Day. Before we ask what this true meaning is, let's have a look back at how Memorial Day came about. Do you know?
No.
Okay, so you're going to learn. So Memorial Day, which was originally Declaration Day, actually began as a folk movement in the years after the Civil War. Its precise birthplace is unknown, but communities all over the country would go about decorating the dead soldiers' graves every spring by the 1860s. In May of 1868, General John Logan asked for an official day to be set aside for the remembrance of those who had died in defense of their country. Until World War I, Decoration Day was specifically intended for military personnel who had died in the Civil War. But as this global conflict continued, it became a day to remember the soldiers who had died in all American wars. The final step came in 1971 when Memorial Day became an official federal holiday, a day at the beginning of spring and all its new life to bring our warriors' sacrifices more firmly into our minds. And I am tongue-tied this morning. Woo. Haven't talked very much. So what's the proper observance of a solemn day? All right, so we're going to look at that. Since 1775, 1.8 million military men and women have died while fighting to defend their country. Let that sink in for a second. Think about that. 1.8 million, and it's probably even more than that today. It's just an approximate, I would say. But Beginning with the American Revolution and continuing to this very day, about 1.8 million warriors have sacrificed everything that they had in the name of a magnificent nation. This number of deaths is staggering, almost inconceivable in fact, but it pales in comparison to a starker and more personal reality. This reality is the death of a single soldier and the impact it has his or her friends, family, and community. A number could never convey this reality properly, no matter how high it is. The only way to convey this dark and noble reality is by one mind reaching out to another in an act of true remembrance. And this, above all else, is the meaning behind Memorial Day and the proper way to observe it. Because loss doesn't occur, I love this little quote, because loss doesn't occur in a vacuum. It's like a stone thrown into a pool. The ripples widen out and repeat. Most likely anyone who reads this carries a part of that loss. So you think about just throwing a stone and that ripple effect. Okay?
I have.
Yeah. Okay.
I've done ripple.
So, at the National Veterans Foundation, now we're kind of getting into the crux of why is the counselor talking about Memorial Day.
Okay.
Memorial Day means that our lifeline for vets will see a surge of calls. Because of many vets, it's a day that dredges up memories of war and stirs up PTSD symptoms. On Memorial Day, our nation will honor and remember those service members who have made the ultimate sacrifice. I'm going to ask you to also keep in your heart and mind those men and women who have served their country, risked their lives, sacrificed months or years of precious time with their families, returned home, taken off their uniform, and joined the mostly invisible army of America's veterans. Among this army of former troops who have served and sacrificed for our country, there persists an unacceptable number of suicides. The number 22, we often hear that, has been thrown around a lot as the number of veterans who commit suicide every day in America. Some have argued about this number, saying it's inaccurate or less important because it includes older veterans who served in wars before 9/11, as well as Iraq and Afghanistan vets. The fact is, we believe, and the military believes, and everybody believes that that number is actually higher than 22 a day. But that's not really important, because the fact is that even one veteran suicide a day by a veteran of any era would be too many. So, we're a Gold Star family, but we're also a Gold Star family because my brother was active duty while on active duty and killed himself. So a suicide is also considered an active duty death. And we have to realize that we have military personnel, active duty, that are fighting to try to find a reason to live. The horrors that they're seeing, the horrors that they're dealing with. They come home, our veterans who are no longer active, and we're still struggling with the suicidal thoughts. And every day we lose so many of our veterans to suicide. The veterans who answer the calls at the National Veterans Foundation's Lifeline for Vets counsel veterans on the verge of suicide. However, suicide calls aren't the only calls they take, but every call they have with a veteran is potentially a suicide prevention call. That's because helping veterans get jobs is suicide prevention, as is helping them find or keeping housing, accessing their benefits, getting medical care, which is a road that so many veterans struggle with, and it's not easy to get and sustain medical treatment in the VA system. That stability can put veterans on a different path than the one that ends with them taking their own lives. For most veterans, Memorial Day naturally brings about a wave of emotions. They're reminded of their brothers and sisters in arms who've made that ultimate sacrifice. While civilians are celebrating the start of summer and barbecue season, military veterans understand the solemnity of the observance. But the day can be especially daunting for veterans who have post-traumatic stress disorder or post-traumatic stress. Memorial Day, which is dedicated to remembering the fallen, can trigger painful memories, which for vets with PTS or PTSD may lead to serious emotional distress. For many veterans, Memorial Day brings a sharp increase not only of trauma memories, but also feelings of acute grief and loss, and in some cases a heavy burden of survivor guilt. If your friend or family is a veteran who might be triggered, we suggest that you validate and empathize with their feelings. Rather than looking for signs of negative impacts around Memorial Day, it's often helpful to be proactive to support the veterans in our lives. We can say something like, "I will never forget the service and sacrifice of our fallen," or "I stand with you in the grieving loss of those who made the ultimate sacrifice." It's not just what you say, but what you do. More than anything, you can say through taking action to stand with veterans on Memorial Day, asking the veteran in your life how you can honor the fallen together. And then doing this with them actively helps reintegrate our veterans back into society. These triggers can lead to the following feelings, such as significant emotional stress, negative beliefs about oneself, persistent feelings of guilt, shame, self-blame, and anger, isolation from family and friends, employing unhealthy coping mechanisms such as alcohol and illegal drugs, symptoms of increased arousal, including irritability and anger management, sleep issues, and engaging in high-risk behaviors. Survivor's guilt, that's another one that we see, I see a lot of with our veterans. So what are 5 things you shouldn't do on Memorial Day? Don't wish anyone a happy Memorial Day. This isn't Christmas. Memorial Day was not founded in joy with the promise of bringing glee each year. It was established as a way for the country to set aside time to honor the troops who had given their lives. In 1868, General John Logan declared the day for the purpose of strewing with flowers or otherwise decorating the graves of comrades who died in defense of their country during the late rebellion and whose bodies now lie in almost every city, village, and hamlet churchyard in the land. Despite what the day has transitioned to in American culture, it was established to honor and remember America's fallen. Don't thank the current troops. At least don't thank them just because it's Memorial Day. Okay? They deserve respect and gratitude every day of the year. But this day is set specifically for America's fallen warriors from every war. So it's okay to thank them, but don't just thank them on Memorial Day. Remember that we need to thank them and respect them every single day. They are honored. America's veterans are also honored during Veterans Day in November, when we aim to remember and appreciate the sacrifices of all veterans. Memorial Day allows the country to focus on those service members who are no longer with us, which is an important distinction.
Absolutely.
Don't disregard its importance. Though discounts around nearly everything from cars to furniture to pool supplies, that's not what the holiday's about. When we focus only on the backyard barbecues or the discounts on refrigerators, we allow the true meaning to become lost, particularly when the country has perpetually been at war for the last 16 years.
Yep.
This isn't something we can allow to happen. Grill some amazing steaks. Find the perfect mattress on sale. Just don't forget to raise a glass in honor of those servicemen and women who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Don't forget that it exists. Even worse than allowing the day to become synonymous with deep discounts and potato salad is letting it slip from the public's mind completely. When it becomes simply a highly anticipated extra morning of sleep-in instead of a day of reflection and appreciation it was meant to be, we disrespect our fallen troops. And don't let politics keep you from rendering respect. Even if you don't agree with the idea of war, or the reasons America goes to war, or the politics of a particular president who was the commander-in-chief during a specific war, it doesn't matter. People have defended the people and interests of America for over 200 years, and your right to disagree with the reasons for war should be separate from your opinion of the troops themselves.
There you go.
So, it's a lot to take in and it's a lot to think about, but the reality is there is a serviceman around you. There is somebody that you know that has served in this military, and there's somebody that you know that may have even lost somebody. Okay, I work with many veterans in my private practice, and these trigger days are huge for them. And Memorial Day is a trigger. Right. And if you're a veteran out there and you're coming up on one of these days and you need help, please know that we're here for you at Hope Counseling of Texas. We're here to help you. There's always the veterans line that's also available 24 hours a day. So you can contact us at Hope Counseling of Texas, 325-356-1105. We have offices in Comanche, Hamilton, Dublin, and Eastland. I forgot.
I was hoping you'd come up with it because I wasn't sure.
But please know that we're here for you. We're still seeing patients. We're still taking active new referrals. 3 therapists on board. And yes, we do work with veterans, and we are contracted with the VA system. So just be aware of that as well. I know sometimes it's hard to find those providers and get in and work through that system. We have a veteran on staff who knows how to help you navigate that system. So please, if you are a veteran, know that we are here to help you get through all those roadblocks that you face in the system and help you become fully functional in society.
That's awesome. Cynthia and Dakota Newton.
Thank you. And don't forget, this weekend, remember what I said last week? Gustine Homecoming
Oh, yeah.
and Rodeo
Okay.
is coming up this weekend in Gustine. We're excited about that. And our theme this year is red, white, and blue, tried and true. So come out and celebrate with us. Come out and enjoy some fun time. I know you haven't been able to do a lot. We didn't have homecoming last year. We had our rodeo. We've got the rodeo starting Thursday. We've got activities all day Saturday, including entertainment.
Cool.
I'm supposed to sing.
Huh?
I'm singing.
You're singing?
I am.
All right.
And we've got,
I'm running the 7K.
and you're running the 7K. We've got a 7K run, and I mean,
And
42 tournament, a parade, all sorts of things. So if
And I'm
you
in a parade.
if you need something to do Saturday, come out to Gustine and come and join the festivities. So.
All right, guys. Thanks so much, and look
Thank
forward
you,
to
and
that.
I will see y'all in 2 weeks because Monday on Memorial Day we will be at our family cemetery putting flags out.
4 a.m., chubby cheeks. You're going to have to get up early and get all pop-tarted up for that. Thanks for stopping by,
Thank
guys.
you.
Now's the time to get a great deal on Kubota equipment, like virtually #1 selling Kubota